Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. I want you guys to put yourself in William Ruto's shoe. You are the president of the Republic of Kenya. And as the president, you chair cabinet meetings. And you are the one who appointed or who has power to fire and appoint those members to the cabinet. And all members of the cabinet are supposed to attend cabinet meetings. As the president, you convene these cabinet meetings, but one member of the cabinet is not attending these meetings. What would you do? I know the first thing you do is to inquire why they are not attending. And the same member is telling you that he cannot attend those meetings unless you address the issue, a serious issue of abductions. And you know, as the president, that issue is so sensitive in the country, and of course you had actually denied it. You had talked about it and denied anything to do with it. What would you do to such a member of the cabinet? Naturally, the first thing would be to fire that member from the cabinet. But we are in a situation where Justin Muturi is even daring the president to fire him. But the president cannot fire him.
No, I consider it morally wrong for me to resign, yeah, because I am speaking about constitutionalism. I am speaking against what we, as Kenya Kwanza, when we campaigned, promised Kenyans would never happen at our watch. And therefore, resignation for me would be an act of cowardice. Yeah. I would be, people wonder, what kind of person is this one who sees a problem, doesn't speak about it, and merely walks away? It will look very cowardly on my part. And I think for the young people of this republic, I would be letting them down by resigning.
So what would you do? For me, if I were the president, the first thing I'll do is to fire that member from the cabinet. But William Ruto cannot dare fire Justin Muturi. In this video, I want to explain to you guys why William Ruto cannot dare right now fire Justin Muturi. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Muturi is on his way out of Kenya Kwanza government. So far, his party DP has already notified the registrar of political parties about their intentions of pulling out from Kenya Kwanza government. We all know that Justin Muturi was appointed to the cabinet by virtue of being the party leader of the Democratic Party, which means the moment he will stop being a member of Kenya Kwanza, he will not have any business being part of that government. And is daring William Ruto because he's a man on a mission.
Tumesema kama serikali kwamba hatuungi mkono jambo la utekaji nyara na pia mateso na wengine hata kuuliwa kwa binadamu hapa nchini. Sasa yule mtu ambaye anakashifu jambo hilo ndiye anatakiwa kutoka ama ni nani anatakiwa kutoka? Ule ambaye ananiambia nitoke basi anasema anaunga mkono utekaji nyara na kuua watu kiholela kinyume cha sheria. Nani hapo anatakiwa kuwajibika? Kwa ile jambo la kusema utoke, ujiuzuru, utajiuzuru kwa kusema ukweli ama kwa nini? Lazima mtu aseme, uzungumze ukweli wako pale. Na kama kuna makosa yoyote, niko tayari kusimamia na kuyatetea vilivyo, hata kama nitakuwa upande gani. Nimepeana sababu ambazo zimenifanya kwa mwaka huu nisihudhurie mikutano ya baraza la mawaziri, na nilitangaza kwamba nimemwandikia rais aniruhusu nisihudhurie mikutano hiyo, kwa sababu mimi nimeyatamka hapo mbeleni mambo ambayo yanahusu utekaji nyara wa watu katika taifa letu la Kenya, na wengine kuteswa na wengine pia kupoteza maisha yao. Imekuwa janga kubwa, na nimeonelea kwamba hilo jambo ni lazima lizungumziwe katika baraza la mawaziri, na kama lizungumziwe, mimi nahofia kutofanya vile inaonyeshana ni kama Wakenya ama dunia mzima itachukulia kama vile baraza la mawaziri pia linaunga mkono hilo jambo la utekaji nyara. Na sisi, mimi najua kwamba tulipoingia katika serikali tuliapa kwamba tutaitumikia, tutahifadhi na tutailinda katiba ya Kenya.
Let me reveal to you guys why William Ruto cannot dare fire Justin Muturi. Number one, the secrets Justin Muturi has on William Ruto and this government are just too many. Justin Muturi was the Attorney General of the Republic of Kenya. As the Attorney General, his pen signed many documents. Some of them he's not comfortable with. Some of them William Ruto is not comfortable with coming out. Remember, for those who've been on this channel for a long time, initially, very early last year, before signs of their fallout began, I revealed to you guys that a good friend of mine told me, because he knows Justin Muturi and they hung out a bit, that Justin Muturi had told them that in 2027 he's not going to be with William Ruto, and that he was not going to be with William Ruto because of the kind of things he had seen, because of the kind of things he was being forced to sign. Some of them, in an ordinary circumstance, he would not sign. So he has seen a lot. He knows a lot. And because of that, I think William Ruto is like, let me just manage it. And because he knows a lot, I think William Ruto is just like, let me manage him from within. That is the main reason why William Ruto cannot dare fire Justin Muturi. Number two is William Ruto's visit to the mountain. Since Rigathi Gachagua was impeached, William Ruto is yet to visit the mountain, politically speaking. Of course, he attended some church service in Embu, but the reception was hostile. But William Ruto has never left Nairobi purposely to go for a political activity, which he's been doing in other parts of the country. One of the things William Ruto understands is that if, for example, he were to fire Justin Muturi tomorrow, that's going to have a big impact on his tour of the region. So I think for William Ruto, he wanted to go to the mountain. And this is what Ruto is going to do. Go to the mountain, gauge the ground. If there's a chance that the ground can still be with me or with him, then he can decide and venture into it. But if William Ruto will go to the ground and will realize that this ground is gone, there is nothing which is going to stop him from firing Justin Muturi. And he's going to do that. So that visit by the president is still holding him from firing Justin Muturi. Number three, I think William Ruto realized that Justin Muturi had laid a trap for him. Justin Muturi wanted William Ruto to fire him. Then the moment he was going to be fired, he was going to seek for sympathy. And he was going to use that momentum to propel himself or to help him achieve his political objectives. Just like the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua has propelled Rigathi Gachagua to emerge as a major player at the national level in Kenyan politics. Justin Muturi was hoping that if Ruto were to fire me, then I can start going down the mountain, invoke Rigathi's impeachment. Of course, there's also the Ndindi Nyoro removal, now him. So Ruto has refused to fall for that trap. The other reason why Ruto cannot fire Rigathi Gachagua. The fourth reason why William Ruto cannot fire Justin Muturi is because of Rigathi Gachagua's factor. How? I know you ask. Here is the thing. Rigathi Gachagua is trying to consolidate the mountain. He's trying to unite the mountain. As things stand today, Rigathi Gachagua cannot be a presidential candidate. He cannot. But Rigathi Gachagua is determined to stop William Ruto at all cost. If JB Muturi were to be fired today, he can then go and find shelter in Rigathi Gachagua's house. That is something William Ruto is not willing to witness happening. Because a united Mount Kenya is dangerous for William Ruto. That is the fact. And number 5, I think it's about Mount Kenya East politics. You see, William Ruto had figured out that for him to succeed politically speaking in the mountain, he needed to split it. Because in his own estimation, Rigathi Gachagua was going to go with Mount Kenya West, that is the Kikuyu Nation. And then he was going to use power to try and consolidate Mount Kenya East. Justin Muturi comes from Mount Kenya East. Cecil Mbarire, the chairperson of UD Party, comes from Mount Kenya East. Professor Abraham Kithure Kindiki comes from Mount Kenya East. So William Ruto had hoped that those appointments were going to easily help him consolidate Mount Kenya. Then we are now seeing a major player from Mount Kenya East now coming out and daring the president to fire him. Not because of anything, because he wants the president to fire him so that he can win or he can appeal to their emotions. And because of Mount Kenya East politics, I doubt. Because if you were to remove Muturi, you would be removing someone from Mount Kenya East. Ladies and gentlemen, let me also tell you that Ruto is also being very strategic by refusing to kick Muturi from the cabinet, because Muturi is still marking time. Time is going. Kenyans started talking about Justin Muturi's removal, blah, blah, impeachment long time ago. To an extent that the story is becoming stale. And the moment that story will be stale, it would mean that even if he were to be fired, the impact will be reduced. He will not win the kind of sympathy. Like you see, the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua was so abrupt. It came very fast. Rigathi, by the time he realized he was gone. If even this Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment had delayed, I'm sure Rigathi would not have managed to have serious support in the mountain, because the impact would have been reduced. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.